Welcome back to I Love the Patriarchy. I am the Patriarch here with another reaction video. Today we are going to look at a Lapif video. In this video we are going to see a man who is going to say a whole lot of bullshit, a whole lot of nonsense. And hopefully, because this is a panel of men, other men will set him straight. Just so you know, in this video there's going to be a hell lot of cussing. Because this man is saying some dumb and retarded shit. But
hold up. Wait a minute.
If this is your first time here, I hope that you enjoyed this video enough for you to give me a subscribe. However, if you are a returning viewer and you have not subscribed, this is what is in store for you in the near future. So without wasting much time, let's get into it.
First question to the panel, which is, what do you think gets a woman to fall in line? Love or leverage? What do you think gets a woman to fall in line? Love or leverage? Let me go ahead and start with you first, Trev. You're on mute, just so you know. All right, I got to come back to you. Go ahead, Blockchain. What do you think gets a woman to line, love or leverage?
Leverage. A woman's love is based on how she feels at the moment, and it's not consistent. So, as with as temperamental as a woman's feelings and emotional state is, so can her love be. But the leverage that you have over her is going to last significantly longer than any type of emotional situation or temperament.
That is a difficult question to answer. Love or leverage? Because we say love to mean so many things, and to some people that leverage could be love. But I guess the gentleman is, doing his gentleman thing, his logical thinking and saying, hey, look, you don't need to call leverage love. Just call it what it is. If you have leverage over a woman, leverage doesn't have to be something negative. Can be something positive. You're a funny guy, so that's the leverage over her. So she can go out there, she can meet a lot of eligible replacements, but because you tickle her funny bone, you have leverage over her. Well, we can take leverage on all the way to the other side that people call negative, quote unquote. You might be very wealthy. That could be a leverage over her. Women want wealthy, successful, high-status men. So if that is you, and you have that type of leverage over her, I don't see anything wrong with it. Because listen, women hold sex as leverage over men. Let's not lie. But now the problem is that a lot of people look at women as these innocent people who cannot do any wrong. No, women use leverage against men all the time. Even wives do that against their husbands. Why do you think men keep chasing women? Primary reason, the coochie.
He ain't lying.
And women who know the power of the coochie have successfully leveraged it to stay in a marriage, to have her needs taken care of, to have her children being raised by a man of status, a man of wealth, be comfortable, and have a future settled to them. They know how to use the leverage they have. But then when it comes to men, and men, use the leverage that they have, then it's, suddenly negative. Fuck you.
Go ahead, public offender. What about you? What do you think gets a woman to fall in line, love or leverage?
I don't know. I mean, do I have to agree that I'm trying to get a woman to fall in line to begin with? But I think that's a weird approach.
What did you say, nigga?
You don't want your woman to fall in line with your vision for the family, in line with the values you want your family to follow, in line with societal expectations, family expectations, because listen, you're starting a family to continue your legacy. So you as a child or somebody's child is a legacy to somebody else. So you're not only continuing your legacy, you're continuing the legacy of your ancestors. So you don't want a woman to fall in line with that legacy. Shut the fuck up, man. This sort of people really piss me off. Because whatever a man says, they just have to take it negatively. Fall in line. Yes, fall in line.
But yeah, I mean, obviously love would be, the better option, right?
Okay, do you care to explain why it's love?
Yeah, I mean, because love is the things that you do for the person. You having integrity, you taking care of them. The way that you want to be treated is the way that you should be treating them, pretty much. So you want them to you want to be intentional and step up and care about them, and and do all the things that you need to do to make them feel safe. When you do that, then they'll quote unquote fall in line. They'll, you both will be in line with one another. To be honest with you will be aligned with one another.
This stupid fuck is sitting here behaving like he's never been in a relationship with a woman before. Not even just a woman, that he's never been in a relationship with a person before, even platonic relationships. That what, all you gotta do is just be a good person. Treat them right, treat them kindly, just... Like, what is wrong with you? We don't even behave like that out here, even with our platonic friends. We have a line that we've set, even with our platonic friends. Right? Yeah, being a decent human being it's not something you have to try to be, something you usually are supposed to be. Like, that should be the default. Like, you're treating everyone with respect, you're treating everyone the way you like to be treated, like that should be the default. So just because you're using leverage to make this person fall in line does not mean that you're now being mean and all that. No, you are already doing all those things. But what is this thing that is holding them there? You couldn't even define what love is. You're just telling us that you have to be kind, you have to treat people like decent human beings. That is love? Are you fucking stupid? You don't have to use leverage. It just has to be there. Do you think employers use a salary as leverage to keep their employees? The answer is, of course they do. Do they have to go telling the employees, you know what? If you don't behave, I'm not going to pay you? No, they are grown folks. They know. They know why they are here. I'm here for the paper. So if I do not toe the line, then I might lose this paper. Women know. I have a man of high status. I have a man of wealth. I have a man who 99% of other women would like to have. Like I said, because there are people who are going to come and say, okay, what if you're unkind and mean? I already said, being kind, being considerate, treating people like decent human beings is the default.
It could be love. People do things for people that they love, but to get a woman to fall in line, it's not love. It's leverage. And my man, Mr. Public Defender, nice to meet you, sir. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm completely in opposition to the position you've taken. We do for our children all the time. We love our children. We do for them all the time, and they be disobedient, unruly, defiant. They rebel continuously. So love is not what gets people to fall in line. Leverage is what gets people to fall in line. If I can whoop my daughter's ass, she probably gonna fall in line because she don't want her ass whipped, not because I love her. If my woman disobeys or falls out of line, I have to use my leverage to get her back in line. I can't love her more to get her to acquiesce.
I hear no lies. How do you get somebody back in line, somebody who's fallen out of line? You're already loving them at this moment that they are falling out of line. So what made them fall out of line? If your solution to making them stay in line is love, you're already loving them, and that love was not enough to make them not fall out of line. So how do you get them back in line?
Hitting on kids is crazy to me. But definitely comparing a woman to a child and saying that you need to come down with the law on a woman to get her in line, it's crazy. I also would like to know, what does that mean? What does that look like?
Happens to be retarded.
He's just saying words. It's crazy. Why is it crazy? Explain yourself why. He's just opening up his mouth and words are just coming out. Guys, this is what happens when you start snorting wheat flour. It bakes your brain and you start just opening your mouth and words are coming out of your mouth that don't make sense.
I don't know if these other brothers want to take a stab at it.
If I was to guess what it
I'm
maybe
gonna stab at something else because I'm a rebut something else, but go ahead, I guess, Bruce.
No, go ahead, Hank, because you got pulled up in the conversation initially. Go ahead.
Okay, so maybe I could be misunderstanding the question because it says get a woman to fall in love. So when I say love, I know a lot of people just think about the ooey gooey feelings and you kissing her or buying a gift. Now, I have to tell my woman all the time. My way of showing love is not just me telling you I love you. It's about certain things I have to do, say around this house or just in the world to make sure she's good, make sure she's protected, to make sure she's feels safe. So that's my form of love. And I have to remind her that all the time. I said, look, I don't always tell you I love you. I tell you I love you once a day. And I think to me, that's good enough. But for her, what she needs, that's not what it is. She wants to hear it every 55 seconds. So, I do what I need to do to make her feel better, to make her feel at ease, to make her feel comfortable. But the most important thing that I feel like I show when I say it's me showing love is making sure she's safe, and that's the most important thing. So that's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking about love. So maybe, like I said, I could be totally confusing it. My leverage thing, maybe that is a form of leverage because I'm doing that. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Do y'all women, for those of y'all who are in relationships, do y'all women fall fear for their safety daily? Like, are they constantly, they need to be constantly reassured, like daily or hourly, that they're safe?
No.
Like, I get so confused with the word safe when people use it, make them feel safe. I understand safety in a sense of danger. Hey, danger's lurking. We got to get you somewhere safe. I understand safe in the sense of emotionally speaking, when people feel unsure of where they stand in your life. But this constant reassurance of safety is asinine to me.
So, like when I go on the road for my son's basketball games, I'm going 2-3 hours out. She's not able to go because she's got to work, do what she got to do. So she wants me to call and check in with her. Else she'll call me. Hey, how are you on the road? Because she knows I'm coming home. It's 12:30, damn near 1:00 when I get home sometimes because I'm driving so far. Some of these out in the sticks. When I say the sticks, I mean out in the country. It's a lot of side roads. So she feels more safe when she hears my voice, knowing I'm all right. I'm knowing I'm safe on the road. If it's storming, she hates storms. When it's storming, she gets scared. So if I'm down in my office when it storms, she called me. It's storming. I say, you think it should be down there? I have to reassure. I'm fine. Everything's good. We'll be fine. If we need to go to the basement, then we'll go in the basement. But that's what I mean when I say safety, not because she feel like somebody about to kick in our goddamn door. She knows before I go to sleep, I'll make sure everything's locked up, alarms on, lights are where they need to be at, so everything's good. That's the safety she's concerned and worried about.
I typically look at safety because I'm not a security guard and I'm not a watchdog. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more than that for sure. And you can't protect anybody. At the end of the day, I mean, you really can't protect people. You could try to the best of your ability, but I'm not with my wife 9 hours a day. Like, she go to work, she come home, like, there's nothing I can do. If something happened when she at work, ain't nothing I can do. She's a grown adult person. She moves throughout the world without me all the time. This is not, the 19 or this ain't the 17th century when women couldn't move freely without their men. My wife drives. She has her own car. She lives her own life. And so I don't look at safety like I'm protecting her from the world. I think she could do that, well enough for herself. I think the number one form of safety, because the likelihood that the person that is most likely to harm a woman is the man that's sleeping in the bed with her, not some random.
You are made of stupid.
What's wrong with this man? You just said that you are a danger to your wife. Don't put that on us. No. If you are a danger to your wife, that is on you.
stranger from outside the house. So when women talk about safety, when my wife talks about safety, she means me making sure she's safe. So the number one person I have to protect her from.
So that means your wife is scared of you. I don't know if somebody needs to call the cops, because if your wife is scared of you, if your wife is afraid of you, and you also have kids, I think also those kids are in danger. So if you can hurt your wife, hurt your child, the people you claim to love, then what about me, just some random guy walking on the street? What's stopping you from just coming and clocking me on the head with a baseball bat or something? You are a danger to society.
Is me, right? Whether it be emotionally or physically or whatever the case may be, I have to make sure that I'm a safe space for her, not.
Something that men needs to start doing is start calling out these kinds of men. If somebody starts saying that bullshit, just tell them, hey, you know what? Own you are evil. You are a danger to your wife. If you are a danger to your wife, that is on you.
That she exists in a safe space, because you can't. Like I cannot put my wife in a bubble. It's impossible.
I think, I don't want to, gentlemen, if y'all feel want to chime in, take the mic from me, but I understand the sentiment of the emotional idea of safety, but I think we should use a different word. I think safety makes the average man go to physical danger, physical harm. And when y'all be talking from this emotional space, I think y'all tap into y'all femininity too much. And then it gets to a point where the line is misconstrued. It gets misconstrued. It's like, what are we talking about? Putting the notion out there, the most dangerous man, the person who's most likely to harm the woman is the man laying in the bed with her, is a crazy thought to put out there, because we teach our children about strangers outside the home. With that notion, you would have to teach the children the most dangerous man in the world is the man living in the home. Because if the man that's living in the home is the biggest threat to mama, then you're also the biggest threat to the babies. And I think it's crazy to put that out there.
Exactly.
Then it creates all this confusion. And this narrative, or this notion also of comparing a woman to a child, bro, that's 100% the case. Women are beneath men. I don't know if you see life as a hierarchy. I don't know if you and your wife share the same plane where you have to get permission for her to do things, because you sound like, from what you said, she has her own autonomy to do pretty much as she see fit. But I'm curious, does she get to do as she see fit, and then you have to ask her to do what you want to do? Or do you also get to do as you see fit? Do you both have autonomy? Or I don't want to dive into your personal relationship, but you mentioned it. So I'm just asking because.
If that is the case, then how is that a marriage? That a wife goes, does her thing, the husband goes, does her thing, and I'm very sure so the kids just go and do their thing. How is that a marriage? No wonder people have problems in marriages. If this is how you are organizing your marriage, that's not a marriage. So your marriage is like your woman just wakes up, decides, I'm going on a girls trip. She just goes. Your child just wakes up and is like, today I don't feel like going to school. And they just sleep in. Is that how you're organizing your marriage? Let me roll it back a little bit. And
because personal relationship, as you see fit, do you both have autonomy? Or I don't want to dive into your personal relationship, but you mentioned it. So I'm just asking because if there's no hierarchy in your dynamic, I can see why you will take the stance. But if there is a hierarchy, everything that's below you can be on the same level. It really doesn't matter what level it's below you. If it's not below you, then it's even to you or it's above you. So would you say you and your woman are on the same plane, or is there a hierarchy in your dynamic?
I mean, it depends in what sense we're talking about, but
overall,
no.
A hierarchy doesn't depend. Are you the leader of your house or not? These fuckers just want to, it depends. It doesn't. Are you the ultimate final authority in your house? Do you have the power and the authority to say no that will not be done in my house, and it is not done. Do you or do you not have that power?
I don't live in a hierarchy. I mean, I try not to. I know the world is constructed to be a hierarchy, mainly by white men. But
this man should be ashamed of showing his face and opening up his mouth to say a lot of nothing for the world to see how dumb he is. Black people who think like he does are white supremacists. It can only be that. That's the only explanation. They are white supremacists because they believe that the white man is the one who decides everything in the world. How the world is going to operate, how the world is going to be organized. The white man did it. Hierarchies are everywhere, even in the animal kingdom. Are you going to tell me that the white man is the one who decided that the lion is the one who is in charge of the pride? Even bees, the ones that have a queen, have a hierarchy. They have workers, they have soldiers, they have the queen. That's a fucking hierarchy.
No, black men too.
As a black man, I'm not really interested in hierarchies because
are y'all equal?
That's what landed us in.
Are y'all equal?
It depends on what we're talking about.
No, overall, like if you take,
of course, overall we're equal. Yeah, of course. So I mean, here's the thing that I find funny. If right off the bat, right, you comparing a woman to a child. Why are you over a child? What gives you authority over a child typically?
Because I have legal authority and I have
beyond legalities.
Because it's my moral responsibility to care for this child, to steward this child, to raise this child, to provide for this child, to protect this child.
And why must you do that to a child? Why must you do that for a child?
Because
not legally, I'm saying. Why does a child?
Yeah, because the child is incapable of doing.
They're incapable of doing it. Okay. Yes. So, and also a child is immature and underdeveloped mentally, right, from a scientific standpoint, and all of these things. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Women are not underdeveloped scientifically, right? In so many ways, they're more developed than men. But if we're talking on paper, on paper, you're smarter than a child, right? You're probably not smarter than your woman, though.
Shit, you shitting me?
Probably not. If I had to guess,
you might not be smarter than your woman. I'm damn sure smarter than my woman.
Okay, I'm not smarter than my wife. My wife has a master's degree.
You don't, but you can't speak on me.
I said more than likely your woman is smarter than you.
0% chance, sir. 0% chance. So 0%? It ain't no more than likely at all. Zero. You know what zero is? The number below.
I don't know if it's a 0% chance. Your wife is.
You, but listen, you've never met me and you've never met my woman. My woman can be dumb as a doorknob. You wouldn't know that. If I'm telling you that I'm smarter than my woman, I think you should take me at face value. I'm taking you at face value that your woman is smarter than you. I'm not telling you
she's more educated than I am. I don't know if she's more intelligent than I am, but she's definitely more educated.
I don't know what you mean by educated, because a degree doesn't mean
literally has a higher level of education than I do.
Literally, what I'm saying. I said a degree doesn't mean anything to me. I accept that people get a certificate from an accredited university and they say this is a degree. That don't mean you know shit.
What he's doing, he's just worshiping women. He's a feminist. For him, a woman is perfect. A woman is something that we all have to strive to be like. He cannot fathom the fact that a man can be smarter than his woman. In fact, on average, if you look at IQ, let's see. Despite evidence from cognitive psychology that men and women are equal in measured intelligence, gender differences in self-estimated intelligence are widely reported, with males providing systematically higher estimates than females. Anyway, this has gone on for too long. I hope you enjoyed the content. See you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel if not.
You're a bitch.